Okay, hello everyone. A very warm welcome once again on this extremely crucial theme set number 1, which I titled What Do You Mean? I mean the glossary. Okay, so let's talk about the glossary part, the vocabularies, the never ending terms which you most often encounter whenever you study history, especially the ancient and medieval one. Okay, so much random terms, right? NCRTs although tell you about many terms, but what UPSC is asking, where are they from? Of course, from the book. Okay, so around 17-18 questions have been asked till now, but there are more than, in those 17 questions, around more than 30 terms, I will say. And they have been asked in these ways, like what does this term stand for, match the correct incorrect terms, the meaning of them, by the way, and somewhere like choose the odd term out. Okay, so this is one of the developing theme for the exam, your glossary part. Hence I am giving it a separate name, like a theme set. Our upcoming sets will be theme based, okay, which wherever we have a repetitive kind of things, okay, in a lot of number. Like we will have a theme of Buddhism and Jainism also. We will have theme of timeline, which will be our next theme set number 2. Okay, then we will have a theme of the travelers. Okay, likewise I've divided the themes, same for the medieval India also. Right, UPSC is indeed diving so deep with the terms straight from Upinder Singh that I will show you in the book, in the notes of that book, and also I have created a kind of a journey like script which I have written after a lot of introspection. So I hope you will like it and it will help you to remember the terms better, just on the basis of these PYQs. Okay, I will read it out right in front of you, whatever I have written. And all of this are actually from your books only. So here is the crux of what you should remember, at least for answering the glossary, the terms based MCQs. If I may say, merchant guild and the land based terms are the personal favorite of UPSC, but they have been asking terms since the origin of the term Hind. Yes, since then. Okay, so without much delay, let's begin our extremely crucial set, theme set number 1. What do you mean by the glossary? Just revise this video or this set. I will also post the separate 3-page glossary section from my notes on the Telegram channel, which will be available for free of cost, so you can revise it. I again emphasize this thing in my messages also in the group, that you should devote around 10 to 15 minutes only. Okay, it will take just 10 to 15 minutes to go through with all the terms, and now you will find out which terms must be remembered by you for the exam, which is just 3 weeks away from now. Okay, so let's begin. There are a lot of tabs I opened, so first we will begin from here. Okay, let me show you first the questions. Okay, so these are the 17 previous year questions in this theme set 1. Okay, these are the questions. Why I left the space blank here? Because I wrote a script, and we will see all the questions in a developing fashion. Fine. Then we will come to these questions and you will be able to answer all the questions with 110% surety. So here it is. Okay, let's begin. Wait. Yes. Do you know that the name India is taken from the name of river Indus? Now, river Indus gave many names like India. Greek text mention this name, Hindu and Hindustan. Chinese text mention the term Shinto. and Persian texts mention the word Hindu or Hindu. Then we developed and Vedic age came. Lots of things happened. Then came the debatable Aryans. Yes, heard a lot about them, but who were they actually? UPSC won't ask them again though, but it needs some clarification. See, some scholars use the term race loosely in the sense of an ethnic or cultural group. However, another trend was to classify people of the world into different races such as Caucasian, Mongoloid, Negroid, etc. on the basis of physical and other characteristics. The theory of a superior white, blonde-haired and blue-eyed Aryan race, which was a part of Nazi propaganda in 20th century Germany, is a myth and not based on historical facts. This is the case with all theories that claim that a particular group of people are inherently superior to the others. Today, most anthropologists have abandoned racial classifications. The composers of the Rig Veda describe themselves as Arya. Cultural or ethnic term. The word literally means kinsman or companion, or it may be etymologically derived from Ar, means to cultivate. Aryans, Ar. You must have seen terms like Indo-European and Indo-Aryan. They have nothing to do with racial classifications. And let me repeat this thing, they have nothing to do with the racial classifications. They are linguistic terms, referring to families of languages and their speakers. The Vedas reflect a close connection with Iran. Today, most historians have discarded the idea of an Aryan invasion of the Indian subcontinent in favor of a theory of several waves of Indo-Aryan migrations. Fine. Then in Vedic society, family used to be the basic unit of society. Many terms have been used for the family, like Kula, Vansha, Gotra. The family books contain several terms for socio-political units, many of which were based on kinship. These include Jana, Vish, Gana, Gram, Graha and Kula. The Jatak stories often attach the suffix Kula, means family, or Putta, son of, to various craft terms, indicating that sons tended to follow their father's profession. Terms with Kula: Sattavaha Kula, family of caravan traders; Kumbhakara Kula, potter's family; Sethi Kula, family of merchant cum bankers; Kammara Kula, meltsmith's family; Atavirakka, let me break this label. Atavirakhi Kula, family of forest guards; Dhanna Vanijya Kula, grain merchants family; Pannikka Kula, greengrocer's family; and Pasanna Kottaka Kula, stone grinders. I know very lengthy terms, but if you just go through them once, it will at least enter in your mind somewhere, and who knows, if you get such question, you can answer it. Okay, just as by the way I'm telling you, just revise this video 10 to 20 times before the exam, okay, or just on the morning of exam, okay, like because I'll provide the a very short note on this on the Telegram, the main glossary section which I made it. Okay, moving forward. To counter the Vedas came Buddhism. Now new terms came in the vogue. According to tradition, the first lay followers of the Buddha were two merchants, Tapassu and Bhallika. The laity included male followers, Upasaka, and female followers, Upasikas. An Upasak or Upasika was a person who had declared that she had taken refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, but who had not taken monastic vows. This age was also an age of renunciants, who advocated giving up attachment to all material things and social relationships. The renunciants were referred to by various terms, including Paribhajaka, in Sanskrit also known as Parivrajaka, means wanderer; Samana, Sanskrit Shramana, one who strives to realize the truth; Bhikkhu, one who lives by begging alms. Paramitas were perfections whose attainment led to the Bodhisattva path, It was a Mahayana idea. Okay. Now, economy of the time was also thriving. Thanks goes to the merchants of that time, who formed various organizations called merchant guilds. Some prominent were Manigramam, Ainurrarur, sorry, it is I think Nurruvar, Anunnuruvar, and Ayavol. Both were a powerful merchant guild of early medieval South India. Economy means money and merchants must have traded, so coins were the precursors of our money system. So the oldest coins found in the subcontinent are punch-marked coins, made mostly of silver, some of copper. The Kushanas we already covered in our set 1. Okay, sources of history, the inscriptions and coins. The Kushanas were the first dynasty of the subcontinent to mint large quantities of gold coins. Their silver coins are rare. Some coins with the word Negama seem to represent coins issued by merchant guilds. Literary works of the time refer to dinar, a gold coin, Purana, Rupaka, a silver coin, and Karshapana, a copper coin. In Kashmir, copper coins were supplemented by bills of exchange, hundikas and hundi, denominated in terms of coins or grain, and the use of kauris. Hundis have been in use till the early medieval period. Money is okay, fine. But what about land? So land used to be a matter of concern always. Texts and inscriptions mention various land measure terms. The angula, probably 3/4 inch, was the smallest measure. The hasta cubit was the standardized distance between the tip of the elbow and the middle finger. No need to remember so much technicality. Larger units of measure included the dhana, danda and nala. The land measures used in eastern India included this is important, the land measures used in eastern India included Adhvapa, Dronavapa and Kullavapa. There were the areas required to sow 1 Adhaka, Drona and Kulya of grain respectively. Pataka was another land measure and seems to have been equivalent to 60 to 80 acres. Other terms included Pravartavapa, this was much smaller than Kulyavapa, Padavarta, over 1 feet, and Bhumi. The large number of land measure terms indicate that there was no single standard set of measurement. So you can get a statement like there were a single standard set of measurement. No, there was nothing like that, and that different measures were current in different regions. Another important technical term is Bhumi Chidraya Nyaya. Let's break it. Bhumi, Bhumich Chidra Nyaya. Bhumi Chidra Nyaya. This has been interpreted as non-agricultural land or land not fit to be cultivated. In other terms, it was uncultivable land. Eripatti was yet another type of land, revenue from which was set apart for the maintenance of the village tanks. One more type of land was Brahmadeyas, land gifted to Brahmanas, generally by the kings. In the Chola Empire, some Brahmadeya had Tanur status. Tanur means a separate village. The village concerned were considered independent entities within the Nadus in which they were located. Pallava, Chola and Pandya kings established Brahmin settlements called Chaturvedi Mangalam. How can we forget about education at that time? So, Sangam poetry shows the existence of a vibrant and sophisticated literary culture in ancient Tamilakam. A term, Katikai, derived from Sanskrit, Ghatika. Ghatika means colleges attached to the temples. So, Ghatika, this Katikai may refer to an assembly of learned persons, an institution of higher learning, or a place where such an assembly or institution was located. We have been invaded by many. One of them were the Yavanas. Yavana was a general term used in Indian texts for the foreigners from the West, including the Greeks also. Indo-Greeks were Yavana Priya, means pepper lovers. Yes, they loved it this much. And my script is only this much. And after this, if we are getting some other questions, then I've included here only. Okay, well, let me show you first the main glossary part, which I'll share. So this is the glossary. See, this is part of the notes. Okay, and see, and from where I created this glossary, of course, Rupinder Singh's, the main source which I always refer. This is the actual glossary of the book. Okay, I guess when I counted at the time, here we have around 150 to 200 terms. Okay, so many terms are here. Fine, start from A to Z. Okay, till here, till UPA. But what I included in your notes as in Appendix 1, the glossary, there are around 74 terms, the most important ones which I found important for the exam. I included all these, and in the exams, indeed we are getting questions out of these terms only, what you have in the notes. Yes, some are not mentioned in these notes, but they are in the book. But at least if you remember this much, no need to say, it will be a wonderful help for you. Fine, and whatever in the red, they are those terms which appeared in till 2022, because after 2023 I have not updated the notes yet. But as time and again I am repeating the same thing, the notes indeed need an update now, because more things have been covered from the book. They should be part of the notes, but still we have a lot of things in the notes. As you can see, the remaining terms, there can be a lot of questions. For example, the pink ones, whatever I highlighted, the Akam, Brahmadeya or Dhamma Mahamata, Dharma Shastras, Gahapati. Okay, Hundikas we already covered. Okay, Manigramam, Nagarakanni, Nattar, Puram, Saptangrajya, Tevram, Vellalar, Viragal, Yavana and Yupa. These are the terms which appeared in the most recent exam, just last year once. Okay, and word by word, the explanation of those terms are same. Okay, whatever you are seeing here. Some terms also picked up from the boxes that we will see now, okay, in some of the very crucial questions. Okay, so fine, now let's jump. I will post that. Now let's jump to the questions directly. We have seen the entire script, okay, made out of these terms. Okay, so this is the first question. The word Hindu as reference to the people of Hind was first used by the Arabs. We have seen in the Persia it has been used, so that's the same region, the Arabs. The term Yavana Priya mentioned in the ancient Sanskrit term denoted the pepper. And who were the Yavanas? Your Kushanas, the Greeks, the Westerners. Next question. In the context of ancient Indian society, which one of the following terms does not belong to the category of the other? Odd one out. Kula, Vansha, Gotra. All these three are related with the family. Okay, the same term, the clan and the family. But Kosa is your, I think, distance. So this is the odd one here. The ancient Sanskrit text used the term Kula to designate family. From here we have this question. 1996 question. In 2021 Geo-Scientist exam they asked you this. Next question. The silver coins issued by the Guptas called Rupaka. You have seen what is Karshapana, what is Dinara, what is Pana. Which one of the following was a corporation of merchants in ancient India? Manigramam. Chaturvedi Mangalam, you know. Ashtadiggaja, it will come in medieval India also. Okay, we will see. Manigramam, a merchant guild. Next question, 1997, in CDS 2022. What were Manigramam and Nanandesi in early medieval India? Very simple, guilds of Indian merchants. The term Aryan denotes, such kind of question won't appear these days, so don't worry, but I clarified it previously that it is a speech group. Okay, linguistic term. Next question. From 2016, in the context of history of India, consider these terms on the left: Aripatti, Tanur and Ghatika. From your Upinder Singh Street, included in your notes, in your glossary, and also in the explanation which I just discussed in the beginning of this video. Aripatti, yes, correct. Land revenue from which was set apart for the maintenance of the village tank. Ghatikas, colleges generally attached to the temples. Tanurs, village donated to the single Brahmin? No. Tanurs basically were certain Brahmadaya which were given special status as independent land. If it is independent, then of course they can't be donated. Next question. With reference to the cultural history of India, which one of the following is the correct description of the term paramitas, perfections whose attainment led to the bodhisattva path? Word by word. Word by word it is from your Upinder Singh. Next question. Which of the following phrase define the nature of the hundi generally referred to in sources of post-Harsha period? A bill of exchange. The term hundi, it's in your glossary part also. It is also mentioned in your chapter 1 of the notes. Fine. Of course, it is in your NCERT too. Okay. So this was kind of an easy thing. You will read it in modern India also when there was the era of Dastak and all that. Okay. We will see those terms also. Now this question. This was also a much talked question. With reference to the history of India, the terms Kulyavapa and Dronavapa denote land measurement. Okay, this is from the notes. I already discussed it. Okay, now this thing. With reference to the cultural history of India, consider the following pairs: Parivrajaka, Shramana, Upasaka. Parivrajaka and Upasaka, yes, they are correct. Parivrajaka, renunciant and wanderer. Shramana are also renunciants. Okay. And Upasaka, lay follower of Buddhism. Upasaka, the male ones. And Upasika, very simple, the female ones. Okay. Moving to the next question. Who among the following were referred to as the theories in ancient India? Now these 4 questions not mentioned as part of your script. Okay, these are the recent ones, and I was not able to include these, but these are simple ones. So who were theories in ancient India? Elder nuns in Buddhism. How can you get this question? It's in your chapter 1, this diagram. Tipitakas. 3 Tipitakas you know, Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka and Abhidhamma Pitaka. Sutta Pitaka has 5 Nikayas. One of it is Khudak Nikaya. Khudak Nikaya comprises Jatakas, Dhammapada and Thergatha and Therigatha. What are Therigatha? Monk songs, and Therigathas, Buddhist nun songs. Okay, Dhammapadas are ethical sayings, you can get this also, and Jatakas, everyone knows, Buddha's previous birth stories. Okay, so this was the question, theories in ancient India. Next question, CDS 2023, straight from your glossary section. Okay, which one of the following pairs of terms and the meaning is not correctly matched? Nagrakanni, yes, land owned by Nagaram. Nattar, the leading man of Nadu, a locality in South India. It is mentioned in your glossary. Yupa, sacrificial post, in Viragal, hero stone in Tamil Nadu area. Let me show you right here. This one, yes. Can you see? Viragal. You have Viragal, you have Yupa. Okay, you have Nattar also. Here is N. Yes, you have Nattar and Nagrakanni. All 4 terms. They were already mentioned in your notes, and the question appeared in 2023 CDS. So just keep on revising the things. Notes are still same. I have not updated them. Which one of the following pairs of the term and meaning is correctly matched? Again, from the notes, Gahapati, Adimai is not in your notes. Okay, nor is the Uzavur. But I think Uzavur is in your NCERT. Okay, and this is the correct one. They were the Pluffmen. Gahapati and Adimai, they reverse the write-up. Gahapati are the master of a household and Adimai were slaves. Adimai also known as the landless laborers in South India. And Villalar were the cultivating group of South India. Now see this last question of your glossary. Consider these pairs with reference to the textiles in southern India appeared in CAPF 2023. Straight from your box, the box is very huge. Okay, I just extracted this much information from there because it is word by word picked up from this very box on page number 599, chapter number 10 of Upinder Singh, of course. So 4 types of taxes have been written on the left side and their meaning on the right. So you have to find out how many pairs are correctly matched. Panjupili, Nulayam, Tari Kadamai and Sella. Sella is a term for muslin, not used for the silk, so of course it is incorrect. Panjupili. Panjupili, okay, just first read this thing, the box. The Cholas actively encouraged the weaving industry in their kingdom and derived revenue from it. Inscriptions mention taxes such as the Tari Irai or Tari Kadmai loom tax. Other dues included Achutari, probably a tax on the pattern loom, Tari Pudavai, probably a tax on cloth. But see, they didn't give you these terms because this could be subjective, because probably is written here. Okay, I mean this could be something else also. So UPSC is smart, they didn't picked up these terms because there could be a dispute on these things. But what they picked, whose meanings are confirmed and historians have some consensus. So Panjupili is a tax on cotton yarn. Yes, Panjupili, tax on the cotton yarn. Then Parutti Kadmai, a tax on cotton. Nulayam, a tax on cotton thread. Do you have Nulayam? Yes, on cotton thread. And Kaibanna or Banninge, a tax on dyers. A tax called Pattadai Nulayam was levied on silk thread. So on silk thread, it is not Sella. Sella is a term for muslin, but on silk thread in the Chola dynasty, tax applied, it was called Pattudai Nulayam. On the other hand, there is evidence of the state announcing tax concessions and tax remissions for a specified period to weavers in new settlements in order to attract them. Now remember this thing. I also mentioned this thing in your timeline part. Okay, but there can be a very offbeat question just on the basis of this line, that Kulottunga I was given the title Sungam Travitra Cholan, a Chola king of course, means remover of custom duties. This alludes to his having abolished customs dues at ports in order to promote the trade. Fine, so this was your last question based on the taxes applied on the textiles in South India. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I again emphasize, keep repeating the glossary section. I'll post it in the Telegram group, and of course you have it in the notes who have it. Okay, so just keep revising 10 minutes every morning with fresh mind. All the terms will stick to your mind. And for like which terms need to be remembered now, you have those in front of you. Okay, so just write it down in whatever manner you want to you do to remember the things. Okay, so just keep these things in mind, because we can't really do anything with these terms based question. They are not so much conceptual based, so you have to mug them up. So do it 10 to 12 times. They are very easy, 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that, in the morning or in night. Okay, and you have your glossary section with you. Just keep repeating, repeat. This is the only idea. With this, I close this theme set number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.